This is a step 4 on second layers of building on Cityscape Watercolor. I'm sure you guessed it by now, we are repeating step number 3 again to create a middle layer of building. If you want to revisit the step number 3 video again, it is going to be available on YouTube. First, let's go ahead and sketch out your city. For this middle ground, I'm going to sketch more iconic buildings that represents Austin City, like Texas Capitol Building and UT Tower. Try using a ruler to sketch your building and do start adding negative spaces within the building that are distinctive features. For an example, with a UT Tower, I am leaving a negative circular space to showcase the clock. Take your time as you draw your buildings because having a solid foundational outlines and contour line is going to be an essential in successful watercolor drawing. This next step seems counterintuitive, but it's necessary. Once you have drawn your city skyline, you will need to erase it. Not all of it. We want to lighten the lines so that they don't show through the paint once your paint is complete. Now onto the painting. We're pretty much repeating step number 3 but with slightly darker color. I have mixed green and blue and yellow and a little bit of brown or black to create more of an indigo blue color. Now, we will be using wet on wet technique to help blend the colors in the cityscape. This means that we will prime paper with a bit of water before putting paint down. So you can use a clean water paint inside the building, making sure to stay well within the lines of your sketch. I usually like to give at least 1/4 of an inch away from the lines to ensure clean edges. I'm also going to try to avoid very sharp edges or negative spaces so that I can revisit that with a sharp, pointy round head brushes later. Detail, detail, details. Now onto the detail work. Using a small pointy roundhead brush, clean up the sharp edges of the building. I am really concentrating on all those negative spaces that I have created, and I'm actually using a slightly darker colors to create more contrast along the edges to create more distinctive lines where sky and the buildings meet. I'm just going to tilt my paintings in 30 degrees so that the water naturally fills in the negative spaces on the bottom, creating a very natural gradient. That's really going to help with our last foreground layer.